All right, in this video, we are gonna go over how to swap the crankshaft position sensor for this is a 2015 Hyundai Elantra, but it's pretty much the same thing for 2011 through 2017 Hyundai Elantra or Kia Forte. So what was happening in this one, I'd be cruising in fourth gear or idling, and all of a sudden the car would die if I was idling, or when I was cruising, the tach would go to zero. When I'd go to start it back up, it would crank for a long time, and then the tach would still say zero. So that leads me to believe that it is the crankshaft position sensor, and in the following video we will go over swapping that. All right, we got a 2015 Hyundai Elantra. We need a new crankshaft position sensor. So first, we're gonna unhook the negative of the battery. Got a 10mm bolt. Pull that dude off. Set her out of the way. An old Walmart slide does a great job of keeping the negative battery terminal from reconnecting. Then we've got some more 10mm bolts holding some of them are missing, holding our plastic skid plate on. We're going to remove those. There's our crankshaft position sensor right there. Runs up here, has a wire clip on here, and runs all the way up here to this clip at the top. We'll start with a 10mm bolt to get that guy off of there. We'll just give it a nice wiggle. Pops right out. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but we're gonna stick a flathead right in there and wiggle her off. I think I moved the camera. There's one little flap right there. We push it up and then just push the whole thing off. Now we're topside, and right where the top of the sensor goes into this U-shaped bracket, there's a hole in the top of it. And if you look on our new sensor, where the slide is, oh, that's too zoomed in. Where the slide is, there's a little button to push down. It goes right in that hole on the top of that bracket. Just gotta slide a screwdriver in there, pry that out of the hole, then it'll pull right off. So what we're doing now, I couldn't quite get it off because my hands are too big. There's a 10mm bolt right there holding that bracket on. We're gonna take the bracket off. Hold on. All right, we pulled that bracket off. Gotta aim down this direction now. I can't do this with one hand, so stand by. There we go. Used a screwdriver to get into there and pry the old guy off. So now, before we get too far, we're going to put the bracket on because we can reach it to reinstall easier than we can reach it with a screwdriver to take it off. And now, same thing in reverse. Put that right back in there. Get our 10mm bolt run it through our hole. Get it just tight, and then we'll run our cable up here. We'll stick our new cable holder, clip that in. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at here. Clip that back into its bracket. And we're back topside again. Find our U. Slide our way in here. And finagle it back where it belongs. Sorry, it's shaky. There we go. That's on there. And now, line up that guy with that guy and clip it into place. Now that that's all done, we can go ahead and reinstall that. Batteries put back on, we'll put our skid plate back on and be ready to roll. All right, skid plate's all back together. We've got our part installed. Please, 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 if you ever get under a car, use jack stands or blocks to hold your wheels up and chock your back wheels. You don't want to get squished.